All right, as we've discussed all day long, behavior is, change is really all about behavior. And this is the question for us as supervisors in the workplace. Can we get our people to behave differently? Can we get them to do different things? That's our challenge. And to do so in an effective way that they will accept and hopefully learn how to use themselves as well in the future. So it's all about behavior. Here's the metaphor. Elephant, rider, path. Have you ever seen this before? So the change metaphor is elephant, rider, path. And what this represents is, for effective change to take place, there are a number of things that are being affected. So the elephant represents people's emotional response, emotional reaction to change. And as we know, emotions are huge. And so the picture here is a rider on top of an elephant, and the rider trying to steer this elephant where it wants the elephant to go, okay? And then the path. And the path is the system, the structure around that. And for effective change to take place, whether it be for you personally, or whether it be you're trying to lead change in your workplace and trying to get your people to behave differently, for it to be really effective, you've got to address all three concerns. You've got to speak to the rider, you've got to motivate that elephant, and you've got to shift the path. When you can do all of those things, direct the rider, motivate the elephant, shape the path, now you're going to be on the way to effective change. But when we talk about changing behavior, if you want to change someone's behavior, and some of you know this, we had this conversation, some of you are in the business of changing behavior, behavioral therapy. You know that the more specific you can be about the behavior that needs to change, the better off you're going to be. Tell me specifically what it is that has to change. And the more specific you can be about the steps that it might take to change that, the more fortunate you're going to be. Now, that's a double-edged sword. Those of you that change behavior, you know that's a double-edged sword. When you talk very specifically to people about the behavior that they need to change, and you link it to some very specific rewards and consequences, you know you have a strong chance of changing that behavior. You also know you lock people into a path. So just make sure as you script the critical moves that you think about what are the ramifications for when people start behaving this way, how might it spill over into other parts of their work and life? All right, the elephant. Here's the big emotional part. Got to be able to motivate this elephant to get it to choose to go in a different direction.